Customer service people, what is the absolute dumbest thing someone has called about? And what was your response? 1. I had a woman call the store I was working at the time to tell me she was in the fitting room and that she wouldn't come out until the cashier working the register changed her clothes because they were wearing the same dress. Of course we told her the cashier would gladly shop for a new outfit, but that she, the customer, would have to pay for it. As expected, the customer refused and then went on to tell us that the girl had to be a thief because there was no way we paid her enough to shop at the store the dress had come from. She even threatened to call the police and report the girl for the theft. We reminded the woman that she was more than welcome to use the other set of registers that were located by the men's department, and you would have thought we told her she had to go to hell itself to be checked out by the devil himself. No, she was using the women's registers because she was a lady. She then went about giving me her phone number so I could call her when the cashier went on break so she could check out without being terrorized by seeing someone else in her dress. The cashier had just signed on and wouldn't be going to break for at least 3 hours. I told her to come back to customer service and I would check her out there. That placated her a bit and she did come back to customer service, only to find out that the gal working customer service with me was also wearing the same dress. The two cashiers were best friends who got a kick out of dressing the same when they worked together. She was mad, to say the least, demanding discounts for her humiliation, saying we were conspiring against her to humiliate her and embarrass her. The dress in question wasn't from some high-end fashion department store. It was in fact from Kmart. 2. We had a lady who brought a blouse back because a button had fallen off the sleeve. Fair enough, it shouldn't have, and this was a big retail chain that prided itself on doing the right thing, and I offered her a refund. She said really she would like the garment replaced, as it was her favorite top. Unfortunately, we had sold out of that item. I offered to phone round other branches to see if anyone else had one in her size, and she said, thank you, but she had really wanted to wear it that night. She was regretful, but never unpleasant. I asked if she still had the button. It was in her handbag. I suggested she leave the blouse and button with me while she finished her shopping, and I would get the display assistant to sew it back on for her. She was delighted. Apparently, it had never occurred to her. She didn't even have the wherewithal in her house to do it. Shortly afterwards, she went home with her button firmly affixed, and a packet of needles and some sewing thread from the stockroom. A satisfied customer. 3. When I was 19, I worked as a shift manager at an ice cream store. I had been working the drive-thru all night and at about 9:15, 45 minutes before closing, the phone rings. Ice cream shop. Of. City. How can I help you? Yes, I would like to make a formal complaint. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm a manager. How can I help you? I ordered my hot fudge sundae through the drive-thru. I got home and it was melted. At this point I realized who I'm speaking to. There had been a woman with 3 kids who came through the drive-thru about 2 hours before. She ordered 3 scoops for her kids and a sundae for herself, and she was not very nice at the window. I'm sorry to hear that. We recommend that if you order a hot fudge sundae to go, that I want another one. For free. I drove an hour home for a melted sundae? What kind of service is that? You made it wrong. Because it was near closing time and I was the only manager on the premises, I decided to stop using my customer service voice and let her know exactly why her ice cream melted. Ma'am, I am sorry that you didn't allow me to finish explaining, but I will continue now. I am not sure if you are aware, but hot fudge tends to melt ice cream. Here at store name, we keep our hot fudge machine set at 120F. We usually put it in a side container for customers that are going to be in the car for a while because putting it on top of ice cream that we store at 10F will most certainly melt the ice cream. If you had told me at the window that you had a long drive ahead of you, then I would have accommodated you. However, you did not mention that and there is nothing I can do about the melted ice cream except tell you I'm sorry. So you're not going to make me another one? Well, you said you're over an hour away, and we close in 45 minutes. So I do. She hung up on me, and I don't think she ever came back to our store.